So welcome everybody. How are you doing today? It's so very nice to have you here. And today I want to speak a little bit about discrimination and trust. The two elements that are key to awakening and freedom. The two elements that are really key to our ability to be here moment by moment. You know, discrimination is very, very clear and very powerful. Discrimination means to recognize the difference between past and present. You know, I want to add here that recognizing the difference between past and present, that needs to happen with kindness. You know, sometimes there is harshness in our recognition. You know, what's wrong? Why is it here? It shouldn't be here. You know, that kind of recognition with harshness is actually what I call a judgment. You know, and there's a big difference. There's a big difference between judgment and discrimination. In judgment, yeah, sure, we see some things, but your ability to be here is closed off. Your heart, your presence, your mind closed off. Judgment. You know, when we discriminate, there is a simple, clear seeing and a recognition then that past is present. You know, this is so powerful. And why is it so powerful? Because so much of the time we don't recognize past, the patterns of the past for what they are. We are so familiar with it. We are so used to it. We have seen it so many times that when they arise, you know, we just simply accept it as if it was true. We don't see it for what it really is. So discrimination, you know, a very powerful step towards our ability to be here, towards awakening and towards freedom. And discrimination goes hand in hand with trust. And in a way, trust and discrimination are similar in some little way. But trust, what is really trust, you know? Trust, when I say trust, I mean trust in the truth of who we really are. Trust in what we know internally. You know, so much of the time you will say to yourself, I know that, I know that, I know that. But the trust has not penetrated yet, right? You know, it's okay to start with, and it's actually really good to start with understanding, right? That's a good beginning, but it can't end there. It cannot end there. It has to be the actual experience. When you say, I know that, most of the time I would say, yes, you know this intellectually, or we know this intellectually, but we don't know this experientially. Trust in truth, trust in the teaching, trust in the words of the teacher. You know, and trust ultimately what it means that we are willing. It's a moment of surrender. It's a moment of saying, okay, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what this is going to look like. I don't know where this is going to take me. But I'm willing to trust. I'm willing to try. I'm willing to see. I'm willing to see where it takes me. You know, and trust is really key to awakening. I want to speak more, but maybe some other time, how key it is and how, you know, so much of the time, because of our past, because of the experiences of our past, we don't fully, completely trust. We don't completely know the meaning of trust experientially. So I'm very much looking forward to seeing you here through the videos or in one of our programs. We have a program upcoming right now in July, on July 13th. More information in the description of this video. And also, if you like the videos, please like and share and subscribe and comment. I heard that a little longer comment than just an emoji would really be very helpful. We want for this to be more visible, more available. And I'm looking forward to the next time we speak.